Okay, Gavin, big result of 18 shots is a big season high. Just talk about how you wanted the system to operate and how they executed today.
Yeah, I thought we executed, fantastically. We wanted to be able to stretch them out. We talked about a lot of being able to build up in some versatile ways, being able to move them around a lot. We wanted to be very, very aggressive in the final third and force them to have to defend. And I thought the guys did an excellent job. So happy for them tonight.
Guys go down in the 21st minute, answer right back. Just what was the message from the 21st minute on, and how did the in-game plans change as it went on?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it changed much. You could see, obviously, the goal against was a big deflator for us for a minute, but the guys took a deep breath and got right back to it, and I was really happy with that pause, that moment, just kind of regroup and then get back on with the job. And I thought they did a good job not letting it affect them and continuing to impose ourselves on the opposition. Would have been nice to even go in with a lead at the half, but excellent job coming back out and continuing to push and fight in the second half and win second balls and not stop until the end. So proud of the group.
Loss of Johnny Rodriguez early in the game. How did you have to adjust after that?
Yeah, obviously that was the tough one to see Johnny go down. But I thought Mishi came in and did an excellent job for us tonight, holding up the ball, being dangerous, getting on the end of stuff with his pressure as well from the defensive end. So, I've always said we've got a really, really deep group, and it's kind of the next man up. And I think there's a lot of ways we can hurt teams and a lot of ways we can do it. So, Mish, credit to him tonight. Jumped in. I don't think we missed a beat.
You've played a lot of places in your career. I'm wondering sort of how the Roots compare and how you think about the team on its journey from the third division to wherever it's trying to get to.
Yeah, I mean, I know obviously the guys that have been here for a while. I've been here for about 2 years now, and I've seen just the growth of the club and its connection to the community and the fans, and obviously its growth through the leagues. Just really for me, it's a dream come true to be here. I grew up supporting the Oakland team, so to be able to represent one is honestly it's a bit more special than most, to be honest.
Is it weird to soon be perhaps the biggest Oakland team, as maybe playing in the biggest Oakland stadium?
I mean, yeah, I think obviously with some of the departures, obviously it'll always be weird, but I think what the club is doing and in terms of what we're doing with the community and our attachment to Oakland, hopefully the community doesn't miss a beat and we can fill that void and more.
What was your reaction for the goal at the last minute? Was such a cathartic experience there and your first victory and everything. What was your emotional response to it?
Yeah, I don't remember. Honestly, I probably blacked out. I'm just kidding. I think don't want to have that happen all the time. But again, it felt like the guys believed all the way to the end. It felt like the bench believed all the way to the end. And when it happened, it was almost unreal. But you almost expected it to the way the guys put in the energy and the focus tonight. So. Yeah, I mean, great to get a first win like that. Hopefully, there are not too many more gray hair inducing victories, but I'll take them any way they come, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I'd take them too. Since you've taken over, one thing I've noticed is there's been a lot of system changes on the field with the graphics too, 3-4-3, 4-4-2. Just talk about some of the changes that you've wanted to make since you've came on.
Yeah, I think, like I said, we have a lot of players that can hurt teams in different ways, and so what we want to do is be able to be very, very dynamic and very fluid in how we're able to hurt teams, and we've got different players to create different matchups. And I think growing, us continuing to grow and feel more comfortable in those moments. You can see there's been a lot of success already. As we get more comfortable in it, I think being unpredictable and not allowing teams to have one way to stop us is going to be crucial for us going forward.
And last time we talked, you mentioned a couple times that there were cultural changes you wanted to make, not just systematic. I thought that was an interesting takeaway, so I thought I'd ask, just elaborate on that. What do you mean by cultural changes that you want to see going going forward?
Yeah, I think for us, we've talked about just a little bit more focus and attention to detail. I think were the big ones. Attention to quality. I think just making sure that we continue to fight, and we have that in us from minute 1 to minute 90, and making sure that we don't give up. Obviously, we've seen that tonight. I thought from an excellent, excellent effort from the guys, but mostly just continuing to build on what we've been doing and tightening up in some certain detailed areas.
And you mentioned one player earlier, Sherry. He's such a raw talent, that he could come on the field and change it. And you see him soak up so much attention in games. Just talk about Sherry, what you've been wanting to see from him, because he's still like a blank canvas almost.
Yeah, I think we know how raw and his potential, but I think you've seen a lot of growth from him over the last few weeks, and just in terms of his consistency, in terms of him being much more difficult to defend. Like you said it, he's starting to attract the attention of more than one defender, which frees up guys that can hurt us underneath or in the wings. So I think continuing to have him continue to develop and work on consistency is crucial for us. So I think he's been great.
And just last question, one player I want to highlight too is Trayvon. I think the last 3-4 games we've seen him, we've seen the best of him since he's been here. Just talk about him, the impact he's making.
Yeah, I mean, Trey, another one with fantastic talent. You can see he's a handful, coming inside, driving at people, and I think he's starting to come into his own as well. He's starting to really see that belief and a little bit more drive to get behind teams, to make defenders have to deal with them and defend. And when Trey's a problem like that, it makes the game easier for the rest of the team, and we start to be really, really dangerous going forward.
And what broke down on the goal for Orange County? What was that situation?
Yeah, I think we just, we lost the mark in the service. I thought we had numbers in the box, and sometimes a good service and a good moment and a good movement can unbreak. And I thought, it was a hell of a ball, hell of a movement, and hell of a header. Sometimes you have to tip your hat. Ideally we want to be a little bit closer there, but I thought it was sometimes they're going to play better.
Great.
Good.
Thank
Yep.
you.